The second reading at Mass on Sundays is often overlooked because it isn't chosen with the first reading and the Gospel in mind. Rather, it's a somewhat continuous reading, usually from one of Paul's letters, which is what we have today. Hello, I'm Father James Kubicki, and today's second reading from chapter 12 of Paul's second letter to the Corinthians is one of my favorites. Why? Well, have you ever prayed and felt that God didn't hear you? Have you ever thought that you must have done something wrong, or that something is wrong with God because He doesn't answer your prayers? You're in good company, because that's exactly how St. Paul seemed to feel. He tells us that he prayed 3 times and begged the Lord to take away something that bothered him. He called it a thorn in the flesh and an angel of Satan. It could have been a terrible temptation or moral weakness or some physical illness. Whatever it was exactly, you can just hear Paul praying, "Lord, I'd be a much better apostle without this. Please take it away." And God heard his prayer, because God hears every prayer. But the answer Paul got wasn't the one he wanted. God's answer was, "No, I won't do what you want me to do." Why? Well, Paul tells us it was in order to keep him humble that God allowed this weakness, and that this weakness would make Paul rely more on God and His power and grace rather than on himself. A good lesson for all of us, wouldn't you say?
Father James Kubicki is the National Director of the Apostleship of Prayer. For prayer resources and to learn more about the Apostleship of Prayer, visit their website at apostleshipofprayer.org.